You hear a lot of people say this, and I totally agree with it. They say, fail fast, and it's so true. But it also ties into the procrastination conversation. What is procrastination? Procrastination is nothing more than the delay of the gifts that God is ready to present us with. And we're saying, no, we're not ready for those. How about tomorrow? Because when you're on your path, you're doing what you need to do, you tend to be in alignment and the gifts come abundantly. So that's why sometimes we say, hey, fail fast, because if you started the project last Monday, you would have found out that the piece that is missing takes a week to come in the mail, and now your whole project's been pushed back a week, you can't even start. But if you started on Monday, you knew, oh, I'm missing this piece, so it'll be here next Monday, and now you can begin working on your project. Fail fast ties into procrastination very quickly. Also, you have a lot of people that are afraid to fail. They're afraid to make mistakes. But you have to make mistakes. You have to fail. That's the only way you learn. That's the only way you gain experience. So I want people to fail. I want people to mess up. Don't be afraid of messing up. A lot of people want perfection straight out the gate. You know, you start a podcast or a show, and the first one, they want it to be perfect straight out the gate. That's not possible. Just go. Done is better than perfect. Fail fast.
Didn't listen to me then, I bet they feel me now. Don't let me lose it. The booth not about to prove it. I set goals and pursue it. You the best to never do it. Invest my money talking fluent, stupid, ducking the Judas. It broke my heart, but over my eyes, you have no honor, I have no choice. Chasing the commas till I'm gone. I've been left for a minute. On my way home, mama, I promise, got caught up in it. Damn. Everybody eats when I'm batting at the plate. First, second, third, home, $1 million base.
What's up, people? We back.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How do my vocals sound? How do my vocals sound? Am I coming in clear for the chat? Type Hotep in the box. Oh, let me see some diamonds in the chat. If my audio's coming in good. Shout out to my Rumblers. Rumble, I see you. I see you, Rumblers. EMP 1990. Much love to my Rumble guys. Hotep Jesus is on Rumble. We're at 1.1. 1.1K. Over on Rumble. Make sure you join me on Rumble. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right here, right now. This is like Fight Club. You ain't supposed to tell nobody, but we know you're going to tell somebody. All right. Chat saying I sound good. Shout out Hotep Pops, Carmen, Jay, Cannon, K Stacks in the house. Shout out to the good people. Grifty's coming up. Griftys.com. Oh, yeah. 2020 is a wrap. It's time to move into the next season of our latest and greatest award show. Many of you are already familiar with the Griftys. If you're not, subscribe to the Hotep Nation YouTube channel. Go on over there and subscribe. Watch last year's Griftys. This year's Griftys, I spoke to our producer, my wonderful handler, Taylor. Tighten me up. Said Griftys is coming. Shout out to Adam. Adam's making sure the app is running smoothly. We got a lot of traffic last year. We apologize to people when the site crashed. We didn't expect 20,000 people to appear out of nowhere. 30,000 people all in an hour. Shout out to the people that help promote the Grifties and make those bigger and better. We got some special guests here for the Grifties. I know y'all gonna enjoy them. We're waiting on some footage from some people. It's I heard what's in the y'all gonna bug out when y'all see this shit's Grifties. I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna bug out. Y'all are absolutely gonna bug out. You already know we high off that master focus. Well, not high, but you know what I'm saying. We got that master focus on deck. I hope y'all taking y'all doses. Shout out to our master focus clients. Trymasterfocus.com. 2020 the 2022 sale is ended. We're in the new year. Go ahead. Subscriptions are discounted. Subscriptions are discounted. If you send me a message in the message box on trymasterfocus.com, if you send us a message, I will lower. All you got to do is say Hotep Jesus YouTube. Just type in Hotep Jesus YouTube as the subject line, and I will lower the cost of your subscription. You'll buy now, and next month I will lower the cost manually. I'll go in there in the back end by hand and lower the cost of your subscription. If you go to that way, you know, it's my YouTube people. I'm showing my YouTube people love. Just type in Hotep Jesus YouTube in that field, get you a subscription, and the next time you purchase, it'll be a surprise. I'm gonna hit you off with a lovely, lovely discount. I just did that for a young lady today. She said, Hotep, you just ran a sale and I didn't get I said, it's okay. You're in the program, Hotep Jesus. We try to have great customer service over at Master Focus. So I went in and I adjusted her pricing, and she has I think she has the lowest price out of anybody. Hit me up. I got access to the back end. K-Stacks with the first super chat. Oh, I love to see it. Oh, I love to see it. She says, showing my appreciation for the Tuesday fire, Hotep and Bill. I think this is, sorry about that. Almost choked and died. This might be my most important stream ever. This might be my most important stream ever. I'm going to just go ahead and say that right now. This might be my most important stream ever. Yeah, focus for the low. Focus for the low. You want to get more done in your day? Trymasterfocus.com. You want to get this shmoney? Trymasterfocus.com. It's the most legal way to feel like you on cocaine. It's definitely not going to make you feel like you on cocaine. Ain't nothing going to make you feel like that. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But it's going to make you feel good. That's my secret. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be my most important stream today. I'm going to read to you what I wrote in the description box before we get into it. This is the beginning of my diatribe, today's presentation. Shout out to all my live folk. The role of masculinity is more important now than ever in the history of the United States of America. Matter of fact, let me put of America, just so that's clear. You never know. Our times reflect the inflection point of previous empires that ended in default. Only fathers could fix America.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I'm gonna read that again. Our times reflect the inflection point of previous empires that ended in default. Only fathers can fix America. This is what I wrote in the description box. It is important. It is paramount. It's either now or never. I'm going to read it to you one more time. The role of masculinity is more important now than ever in the history of the United States of America. Our times reflect the inflection point of previous empires that ended in default.
Only fathers can fix America. How about that? How about that? Let's get into the list. Y'all ready? Type Hotep box. Type Hotep in the box if y'all ready to get into this list. This list is intense. Let me plug my phone in. Just so we don't lose these gems. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. 2023 gonna be a different year for us, y'all. We on a new energy. We on a master focus energy for 2023. We on that master focus for 2023. Y'all ready? Number 1 on my list of things every father must teach his son. Number 1, and these are in order of importance. Get your pen, get your pencil. Pull out your notepad app. Write this down. The 9 most important things. I know the title says 10, but I only got 9. It's a million on this list. I might have to do a part 2. Actually, I'm probably going to do a part 2 to this. But it's the first 9. If anybody knows anything about traditional numerology, there are only 9 numbers. And then the symbol 0, which represents the void. There is no 10. There's 0 through 9. So we're only doing the 9 numbers, the 9 digits. Y'all ready? Number 1 on the things that a father must teach his son. This is the crux. This is the foundation. This is the core of a man. Without this, you don't have a man. This is the hardest thing for any human being to build. This is the one thing that if the human builds this, if the man builds this, he will become almost indestructible. He will become immortal. He will become highly respected. This is the number 1 thing every man must have and must teach his son. And you can't teach your son it unless you got it. How about that? Huh? My bad, I hit the wrong button and shit. God damn, fucking the mood up, B. Get it together. My bad. If the father ain't got it, he can't teach it to his sons. This is crucial. This is vital. Number 1 on our list of things that a man must teach his son. Hold up. Hotep Dutch is texting me. Hold on now. Hotep Dutch, that's my guy. Everything stops for Hotep Dutch. Oh, Lord. Hotep Dutch just sent me a picture of his newborn baby. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. We coming into 2023 with new life. Oh, man. Let me text him back. That's more important than anything. A baby just came into this world. And at a time when the left is trying to kill the babies, we over here making babies. Shout out to Hotep Dutch and the new boy. And the new baby boy. This is how we coming for 2023, y'all. Number 1. We talking about fathers, and he sent me a picture of him being a father, newborn baby. Look at that. Look at God. We talking about fathers, and he just sent me a picture. Look, I'm gonna show you. Dutch, please forgive me. I don't wanna dox you, but everybody know who you is. There go Hotep Dutch, man. He just sent me a picture of his son, man. That's beautiful. That's motherfucking beautiful, man. Let's get back to it. Number 1 on the list of things that a man must teach his son. Number 1, most important. Starts with the letter D. Chat. Starts with the letter D. Where y'all at? Take some guesses. Pause the video. The one thing that a father must teach his son, that the father himself must have, it's called discipline. Discipline. Without discipline, you don't have a man. Without discipline, you don't have a man. You don't have it. You got a wannabe. You got an imposter. You got a boy. Or one of the other genders out this motherfucker. Sorry for the cussing. She ain't got a man. You ain't got a man. What is discipline? Discipline is doing what you have to do. He said, blessings, fam, catching the live. Dutch is watching right now. Shout out to Dutch. Discipline is doing what you have to do, even when you don't want to do it. It's hard. Discipline is hard. It's not supposed to be easy. How do you make a man? Steel maketh a man. Steel maketh a man. Iron sharpen iron. A man could never, ever fathom. I'm sorry. A male could never, ever fathom being a man. A male could never fathom being a man without discipline. That's the bar right there. That's what you got to tweet. That's what you got to write in your notebooks. A male could never fathom being a man without discipline. I can't even think about it. It's nowhere near his reach. Step one, discipline. I'm going to say that again because I know some of y'all writing this stuff down. A male could never fathom being a man without discipline. Just can't happen. Number two on my list of things. Every father must teach his son. Now this one right here, I gotta be honest with you. If you want to find out why masculinity is in a decline right now, number two is going to tell you everything you need to know. Number two is going to tell you it's going to make everything make much more sense. All the little wild stuff we see going on out here with the gender conversation, the feminine males, it's going to come back to this one thing. And this one thing alone. Number two is crucial. Some of y'all not going to like it. Some of y'all going to love it. Some of y'all going to get it. But number two is vital. Number two is the piece that's missing. It's missing from our culture at a higher rate than any other point in our time. And that is boys' participation in sports. Boys' participation in sports. And it's even when they're participating, they're not really participating. Parents are signing their kids up for sports as a form of babysitting, as a form of just something to do. And they're not recognizing the importance of the sports. At least they're doing the minimum and making the kids signing the kids. At least they're doing that. I got to give them credit. Let me stop. I got to give them credit. If you signed your kid up for something, for some sports, you signed your son up for some sports, that's a step in the right direction. Let's just be honest. It's a step in the right direction. Chad in the house. Chad's a father. Chad knows these things. Shout out to menofwater.com. We got to get our sons into sports. Why? Remember, number one starts with discipline. How do you even begin to understand discipline without sports? How? And after this, we're going to dissect the masculinity aspect of it all. But how do you even begin to build discipline without sports? You see, you could teach a boy to build discipline in many different ways, but they won't be as enjoyable as sports. You not get your dopamine hits like the accomplishments in sports. It just doesn't hit the same. Dopamine being a neurotransmitter, part of our reward system, The brain looks for reward systems. Rewards to trigger the reward system. And it needs these things. It needs to feel like it has some points of accomplishment. This is the premise of Ted Kaczynski's paper on industrialization. But men need this. The issue today is they're getting this from unhealthy sources. TikTok, Instagram booty. This is their source. Video games. This is their source. Now, video games I actually don't have a problem with. It's when there's video games and no sports. You see, there's a progression. Sports takes you away from life. Video games takes you away from sports. So when your sport becomes too much to handle, you escape into, sometimes you can escape into the video games. Even if you decide to go into chess, you're going to need an escape from chess. Video games are the ultimate release. They're the ultimate escape, because for that moment you exist in a whole nother world. So it allows you to leave your current state and your worries behind, because you're not even of this world. Video games can also be destructive. When that's the only place you're getting your dopamine hits from is from playing Spider-Man or Ooza Palooza or whatever it is y'all playing online. These are unhealthy hits, or I should say unproductive hits of dopamine. They really produce no effect unless you're a super gamer and your YouTube channel is, or your Twitch channel is making you money. Then it's probably a good reward system. But we're going to need some real rewards. Chad, shout out to Chad with the super chat. He said, my boys are relentless in the pursuit of perfection because of sports. You see that? And they have no idle time to get into trouble. They are driven and have to organize their time to get their work in. Making the boys have some structure, that discipline. The sports are very important. You got to occupy these boys' time. You gotta occupy their time. Absolutely. Now let's talk about the masculinity aspect. We're going to spend a lot of time on sports, it seems, because I have something else to say. Let's talk about the masculinity aspect. You know why you got so much bitch assness running around the world? I'm going to tell you why. Because they've never been hit in the face before. Your son never got hit in the face before, never got kicked in the gut, never got his ass whooped, never took a L. Last time your son took a L. Your son gotta take a L in order to learn how to take one. So we have people growing up in life that never took a loss, never know what it felt like to try your best and still lose. Then they go out into the real world, get hit with L's and change their gender. Lord have mercy. This is what's happening. They running from the problem. The problem is you never learn how to take an L. Now, I ain't saying all of them. Some of y'all was destined to be transgender. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. But a lot of people are heading towards that lifestyle, because of what I'm telling you now. Never learned how to take an L, never got his ass whooped. And I don't mean ass whooped like, your uncle beating you up. That's just terrible. That's child abuse. I don't mean like that. I mean another kid at school, another kid in the ring, octagon, on the mat. Put the gloves on. Never happened. Ronald Coleman said, I've had my 11-year-old son wrestling since he was 5 years old. They need to take the L and learn to bounce back from it. See what I'm saying? Kay said, shout out to Kay with the super chat. She said, my kids were in martial arts and soccer. See that? Got to put the kids in the martial arts, teach them some martial arts. Got to put them in the sports. This is how we building our sons, y'all. This is how we building our sons. We're only on 2. I just want to recap that last part of masculinity in sports. What did we learn? If you never took a L, and this is going to go into number 3. All of this just slides right down the ladder, because this goes right into number 3. You can't have number 3 without learning how to take a L. You cannot have number 3 without learning how to take a L. You got to learn how to process that in a healthy manner. When we look at the boys today, especially the ones giving trouble, they coming from single parent households where there's no man there to teach the boys how to take a L. You have a female reaction, and next thing you know, you're in jail. You're dead. Because you didn't know number 3. Because you didn't have number 3. Number 3. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Shout out to the Cash App. Just got a Cash App. $, Hotep Jesus. We appreciate you. Steph Colonel. We appreciate you. Renee Vogel. Khaled Kuba. We appreciate my Cash Appers. Thank you for the Cash App. $, Hotep Jesus. Send the tithes in. We appreciate you on this channel. We reinvesting. We getting bigger and better. You see the growth. But you can't have number 3, which is emotional intelligence, without learning how to take it out. Emotional intelligence is an art. It's an art form. Emotional intelligence doesn't always pertain to the extremes of life. Those fight or flight moments. It doesn't always pertain to that. You need emotional intelligence at the negotiation table. You need emotional intelligence at the negotiation table. That's where you need it. That's where you need it. I'll give you a story. Sitting down at the negotiation table, a gentleman said he's ready to invest in our business. This is a real life story. This is a true story. Happened to me. Ready to invest in our business. I thought it was all well, fine and dandy. We wanted him to have some stain in the game. We said, listen, you can purchase these shares in our company and scale it up based upon the amount of clients you bring in. We will just give you that just off of the sales. So it was a scaling mechanism based upon sales. And then we said you can also just purchase in, right? These are your options, and you can do both. So you can take some of your equity by purchasing it, and take some of your equity from sweat. My partner being so anxious to be in bed with somebody who had some money, who had not actually promised anything yet. And this individual instead brought us a contract, not one that said he was going to invest, one that said we would give him a piece of our company for him to consider investing and consider selling. And I said, oh no, that's a raw deal right there. And I'm one of our business partners, because he had his money invested. He had some other people's money invested. He was worried about those investments, those monies spent, those monies on the table. He got a little erratic. He was ready to sign the deal. He was ready to give this man a piece of his company for nothing, just for a chance to sniff some money. It's called low emotional intelligence. Obviously, we didn't do the deal. I'll be damned. I will be damned. But emotional intelligence deals with, you got to be cool. You know, you a recording artist and the label comes to you and says, we want to sign. And you're like, yeah. They're like, oh, we can give this fool a car and they'll be happy. Let's get him a nice car. He's just happy to be signed to the label. But if they say, hey, You know, we want to sign you and you come to the table like, okay, well, what are the terms and conditions? You're not excited yet. Now they got to think about the type of deal they're giving you. Emotional intelligence also deals with the negotiation table. Hope y'all writing these down. Cassius Cam said, when a father doesn't fight his demons, he passes them on to his sons. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is a call-in show. Just so y'all know. So after we done with the list, we're going to let y'all call in. We're going to let y'all build on this list. So get your list ready. When you call in, we're going to let you tell us what might be missing from our list. Because it's a whole lot. Whole lot. So we talked about emotional intelligence. We talked about the fact that the boys are acting like girls. And that's why everybody getting shot up. Because they're acting like a real erratic. Okay. Let's go back. Now this next one might throw some of y'all off. And until I dove into the subject matter, I didn't realize how important it was. But this is another paramount subject. And remember, I'm giving these to you in the order of their importance. Okay. The next one is scientific. Every man must understand one thing, and that's the body. So this next one, number 4, is very interesting. It's very interesting because we begin to learn how the body becomes what it is or what it will be. Number 4 is neurology. You got to understand the brain. The two most important parts you must understand are the brain and the heart. You must understand these two things. These two organs are the most important things to understand about the human body. If everybody understood these things, basic neurological chemistry, we wouldn't have been running around here with masks on. We wouldn't have been running around here looking crazy when Dr. Fauci was handing out dictates. So number 5 is basic brain chemistry, neurology, basic neurology. How does the brain work? I'm going to give you a little lesson right now on basic brain neurology. This is what you can teach your son. We're going to show you how to turn your son into Eddie Bravo or how to turn him into a bitch. This is where we going with it. How to make your son become a man or how to make your son become a bitch. It goes like this. Everybody knows we have this response system in our body called fight or flight. Fight or flight response. Everybody knows we have this. Well, what is fight or flight response? How does it come about? Well, comes about in regards to how we view our environment. It's what this all comes down to. How a man views himself in relation to his environment will determine his state of consciousness. Write that down. How a man views himself in relation to his environment will determine his consciousness. The state of his consciousness. How a man views himself in relation to his environment will establish a particular state of consciousness. Okay? Let's talk about it. If you are a skinny man in a room full of dudes with big muscles and it's time to play Royal Rumble, you might have a flight response. But if people say they want to play Royal Rumble and you have the biggest muscles in the room, you're probably going to say, well, I'm going to win this. And therefore, your body chemistry will change based upon those two things. Now, if you're skinny in a room full of big dudes, but you believe you're the most powerful man in the universe, you're probably going to trigger your fight response as opposed to your flight response. And if you have all these muscles, but you perceive yourself to be smaller than what you are, you may trigger your flight response. So let's continue. Let's get scientific. Let's talk about neurology. Well, what happens is these senses, how you view your environment, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, all of this stuff, right? How you intake your environment is going to send signals to something called the amygdala. The amygdala. Okay? AMYGALA. Amygdala. DALA. Okay? Amygdala. And the amygdala is going to initiate this process of transmission. It's going to start sending neurotransmitters to another part of your brain called the hypothalamus. Now, the hypothalamus is very interesting. Now, the hypothalamus has the ability to change the state of the body, inducing it with neurotransmitters and hormones, et cetera, et cetera. All right, neurons. It's going to send neurons to another part of the body and another part of the brain. So remember, I told you I'm going to teach you how to turn a boy into a man, or unfortunately turn a man into a bitch. It all comes back to how the five senses are being processed. The culmination of the data from the five senses, how is that being processed? Is your environment being processed as a threat or an opportunity? If your environment's being assessed as an opportunity, then the amygdala is going to trigger the hypothalamus with a particular set of neurotransmitters. They're going to tell it we're in fight mode. And the hypothalamus is going to change the state of the body to become a man by the regulation of hormones and neurotransmitters. If the boy perceives his environment to be threatening, the amygdala is going to send bitch ass juice to the hypothalamus. Just to be, let's just, not use all the big terms, neurotransmitter. It's going to send bitch ass neurotransmitter juices to your hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus is going to change the state of the body to bitch assness. However, if the boy views his environment as an opportunity, it is the amygdala is going to send very masculine. It's going to send man juice, masculine neurotransmitters, testosterone, etc., these hormones, to the hypothalamus. Well, the hypothalamus actually would emit those hormones. But the neurotransmitters would tell the hypothalamus what state it needs to set the body to. So by how the boy perceives himself in the environment is everything. This is why you have to have a very basic understanding of neurobiology. Because if the boy does not perceive himself to be in an area of opportunity, for example, if he's in America and he goes, oh, woe is me, the white man won't let me breathe. I can't breathe. The amygdala is going to send bitch ass juice to his hypothalamus, and his hypothalamus is going to change the state of that boy to bitch assness. But if he looks at his environment of America and goes, oh, this is a cornucopia. This is the land of opportunity. Then the amygdala is going to send neurotransmitters, masculine neurotransmitters, to the hypothalamus, and the hypothalamus is going to change that boy's state, his bodily state, to a man. This is how we create better sons. Jabari Judah, growing up in a single parent house, my mom kept me and my brother in sports all year round, basketball, football, soccer, baseball, no days off. See what I'm saying? That be the problem. When the boys ain't in sports, that be the problem. You get bitch assness. You get bitch assness. The boy need to be around other men. I got another video coming about homeschooling. 10 reasons why you need a homeschool. Just hold on. We here. All right. Number 5. Number 6. No, wait. No, we on number 5, right? Yeah, number 5. I'm sorry. Number 5. Number 5 is what you get when you do 1 through 4. After you've mastered or begin to master 1 through 4, it is now time to understand what man is here for. This number 5 is what man is here for. Number 5 deals with the number or the shape called the pentagon. What does the pentagon in America represent? Represents military might, aka power. Number 5, a man must understand power. Power is freedom. The more power you have, the more freedom you got. You got people out here complaining about lack of freedom, but really what they're saying is, I have no power. That's what they're really saying. When somebody says they have a lack of freedom, they're basically saying, look at all the limousine liberals that went out with no mask on when they told their constituents to put their mask on. They was out partying with their friends. They told you, mask up, don't hang out with your mama, don't go to church, but I'm about to go to this party. And they held their positions and nothing really happened. Why? Because they have something called power. A man must understand power and how to acquire it and how to keep it and how to grow it. And I'm sorry to say it, your son gonna have to read the 48 laws of power. He gonna have to read it. And you have to teach it to him in a way where you're not supposed to take the 48 laws of power and use them. You're supposed to take the 48 laws of power and understand them. Because there's parts in the 48 laws of power where it's talking about con artists like Talleyrand. I don't think you want to teach your son how to be a con artist. In fact, you need to tell him not to be. It's not cool. But by understanding a con artist, your son is less likely to be conned. This is why he must understand the con artist so he won't become the victim of a con artist, aka everything you see plastered across our television these days. Bunch of cons everywhere. Power. There's this phrase that says, absolute power corrupts absolutely. I don't know very many people that have absolute power. I can understand that phrase. But I believe that phrase is a warning and not an omen. It's a warning. It's basically saying, if you allow it to, it will corrupt you. If you are not conscious of the power you have, if you are not appreciative of the power you have, if you are not benevolent with the power you have, it could corrupt you. It could corrupt you. It could absolutely distort the way you view your environment. This is facts. These are all facts. So we have to teach our sons how to operate as leaders, because that's what leadership is. Leadership is a position of power. You don't lead out of selfishness. You see, the leader doesn't get to party. The leader doesn't get to play video games as often as the rest. He doesn't get to have fun. His fun is limited. You see, a leader is sacrifice. For example, United States basketball team, men's basketball team was struggling to win against competition they should be beaten with their eyes closed in the Olympics. And then comes along a great leader by the name of Kobe Bryant. While the basketball team is out partying, booty shaking with girls. Kobe's just waking up ready to hit the gym. When they come back from booty shaking with the girls, they pass Kobe on the way to the gym. Then the leadership becomes contagious because then all of a sudden, Bron and Melo are like, hold up. So Bron and Melo now are joining him at 4 a.m. for workouts. Then D Wade joins and the rest of the team eventually. But it takes one man to break away. So when it comes with power, you don't go to the booty club with power. You go to the gym. You go to the lab. You go to the study. You stay disciplined. You do the things that always got you to the position of power. The same things you did when you had no power, you must do while you have power. Otherwise, you will either be corrupted by the power or you will lose said power. So the same amount of hours you put in to study, to lift, work out, to practice, the same things you did when you were nobody, you have to do when you're somebody. This is how you destroy corruption within power. It ain't easy being a leader. If it was, everybody would be one. Leadership is for the people that are ready, for the stringent, for the hard, for the difficult, for the ones that want extreme discipline, for the ones that say, I could be scrolling a timeline right now, but I'm working. Or I'm watching something on YouTube that's edifying, something that's making me better. Instead of the foolishness on YouTube, pranks and whatnot, and bully fights. No, I'm watching Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
See how I do that in there? I got to give y'all credit for watching Hotep Jesus. Because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me talking about something really important right now. Remember what I told you. Remember what I told you in the beginning. I said in the very beginning, only fathers can fix America. So we talked about power. Now that we understand we have power, the next thing we must understand is something that socialists and communists do not understand. Something women don't understand. Something that destroys an empire before it is even invaded. Most empires are destroyed from within before they are destroyed from without. Write that down. Most empires are destroyed from within before they are destroyed from without. And it comes back to number 6. More empires have fallen from this, from Rome to the Mali Empire, to ancient Kemet, to Egypticos. Mansa Musa caused a problem in this. Economics. 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 Shout out to Doug Too Deep. He said that's why we need to bring back sports or weight classes such as boxing and wrestling, get confidence up and learn about different sizes. Big facts. Big facts. Like I said, we're gonna open up the call lines in a few. Let y'all add on to this list. I want to hear from the people. Get your stuff ready. Tell me what you could teach your son or what a father should teach his son. Let's get into the next piece of action. Economics. What is economics? Economics is the exchange of scarce goods and resources. The exchange of scarce goods and resources. This is the definition used by Thomas Sowell in his book, Basic Economics. Exchange of scarce goods and resources. And services. I always forget that one. Services. Scarce goods and resources and services. Right? This is economics. And, you know, the funny thing is about economics, in order to balance and have good economics, you got to not touch the economy. The economy is like it's very delicate. The economy is a delicate thing. A minutia of movement can cause exponential travesties. Oh my God. The slightest manipulation of an economy, injection of money, extraction of money. For example, I published my report. I published a white paper called the Patriot Report, Unmasking the Conspiracy of Money and War. You can go get that now at hotepjesus.com or Amazon. But I published a white paper called the Patriot Report, where we dive into the history of central banking. Because we have to understand that our medium of exchange within this economy is the dollar. And we have to know the history of the dollar to know how to use it, to know why it's being manipulated, to know what to do while it's being manipulated. So you can beat inflation and win the rat race, as Robert Kiyosaki would call it. Win the rat race, or whoever made up that term. Okay. So I published a white paper. Several years of research have gone into that. You can go get that, the Patriot Report, Unmasking the Conspiracy of Money and War. Many of the people in the chat already have their copy. Hopefully they've read it. I know many have. But economics, this is where socialists ruin everything. The other thing we understand about economics is it doesn't have much to do with money. Like, we need to understand the money aspect, but economics doesn't have much to do with money. Economics has a lot to do with the people and the mindset and culture of people. If you study the mindset and culture of people, you will know the economics of said nation. You will just be able to guess your way through it. What do these people value? What do they care about? What are their values? What are their traditions? What are their rituals? What are their cultures? This is going to tell you what the economy looks like. When you have an economy of bread and circus, that tells you everything you need to know about the mind state of men in that nation. I told you it's going to be my most important stream to date. I told y'all. The mindset of these people is crucial to the economy. The skills of people. What are you good at doing? If the women are only good at booty shaking, what do you think the economy looks like? Bruh. What do you think the economy looks like? If the women in your culture, in your society, only know how to booty shake and put fake eyelashes on her face and fake nails and can't do nothing else. That's the only thing she can do. If she wants to do those things, that's fine. But that can't be the only thing she good at. She got to be good at something else. If that's the only thing you got, what is she going to teach your son? What example does she set for your son and your family? What kind of son are you having? Got to throw the whole woman out. Got to throw the whole man out too. What are the skills of your people? If your people are all firearms, what do they call it? What do they call the guys that in Chad, help me? I know one of y'all know. Gunsmith, thank you. The gunsmith. If you got a society of gunsmiths, what do you think your economy looks like? You go see how you can look at the skill sets and tell a lot about the economy. Are they hackers? Are they in crypto? Are they in money? What is the economy of the white conservative community? What is the economy of the black community? If you study the habits, you'll know what the economy looks like. Study the habits. Go get Nielsen's rating reports or whatever that's called. Go check Nielsen. And wherever you see what the people are doing with their time, it tell you where the economy is going. That'll tell you what to invest in. Or to tell you the future of your nation, the future of your society, future of your civilization and empire. Just look at the habits. Look at the skills. What can these people actually do? If you find you live in a nation where people can't do anything, they have these low-skill jobs, obviously they'll be replaced by AI. It's a low-skill job. But if you had high-skill jobs, things AI could not replace, we'd be in a different state. You're in a much different state. For example, people say, oh, AI is going to take over the jobs. Well, somebody's got to build the AI. And they're going to say, well, who's going to build the AI to build the AI? Well, I got a question for you. Who's going to build the AI to build the AI that beats the AI? You see how capitalism leads to competition? And where there's competition, you're always going to have a human. Where there is competition, you're always going to have a human. Because that's an emotional thing. The want, the need, the desire. That's a human trait. Computers don't have desires and wants. Only the human has desires and wants. So there'll always be a human. And those are going to be high-skilled jobs. People building AI, and they're going to build AI for various different things. What are your kids going to build? These are the things we got to talk about. So when we talk about economics, we're not talking about money necessarily. We're talking about people. When we talk about economics, we're studying people, their culture, their rituals and habits. Because like I said before, if you got a nation full of women that the only thing they can do is booty shake, baby, you in trouble. Baby, you in trouble. Shout out to my super chatters. I appreciate you. Let's go to the next one. I think we've exhausted economics. There shouldn't be any more questions on that. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 7, I already touched on, but let's go into a little bit. Number 7 is money. Let me go in further. Let's really unpack money. Like I said, I published a white paper, Patriot Report, Unmasked Conspiracy and Money, HotepJesus.com, Amazon, etc., etc. Go get your copy. But are you paying attention to the money? Because if you're not paying attention to the money, you don't know where your country's headed and you won't be able to make a pivot. But the economy is moving towards crypto. It just is. Biden issued two white papers last year. 2 of them. In regards to the CBDC. And you still got people out here denying crypto. That's fine. I'm not here to convince you of anything. Life will convince you. And when everybody's transacting in cryptocurrency, we can say Hotep's been told you. Okay? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on crypto. Shout out to Syscoin. What I would say is a man must teach his son how to invest. You got to learn how to manage your investment portfolio, including real estate, stocks, crypto, bonds, whatever your thing is. We got to teach our sons how to manage their, at the very least, a stock portfolio. This is a skill every man must have. If he's going to participate in the greater economy, participate in society, he's going to be part. If you're going to go live on a ranch somewhere and just be off the grid, maybe you've discovered a way to do that. If you're just going to live off the land, more power to you. I will never say anything bad about that. But if you're out here with the rest of us and you're playing this game of Monopoly, you're going to need to learn how to invest your ducats. How to make money while you ain't making money. You dig what I'm saying? How to make money while you ain't making no money. I think the best resource to begin with is going to be Benjamin Graham, Intelligent Investor. Go get a copy. You're going to need that book. You're going to need that book. Like I said, it's a call-in show. We're going to let y'all call in just a moment. We're going to drop the number in here. We're going to let y'all talk about Let y'all talk about what you believe. Every man, every father must teach his son. Number 8, firearms. Gotta take your son and let him go bust that gun. He gotta learn it. He gotta learn it. He gotta learn it. Sometimes you have kids that are enamored, overwhelmed with the concept of firing a weapon. Then they grab the wrong weapon and fire it the wrong way, and tragedy strikes. We want our kids to be accustomed to this. This should be like taking a shower. It's just normal. It's normalized. It's not some, oh, well, guess what I did this weekend? No, it's just a way of life. Firearms need to be a way of life. So when their friends come around and they're like, oh, I got a weapon. You got, what you got? What you popping off? Deuce. 30-aught. What you got? 5.56, 223. What you got? You see what I'm saying? What's your preferred ammo in the chat? Go ahead, drop your preferred ammo in the chat. I know Cannon's here. Defend the family. He gotta learn how to pull that thing out. Pop off. Somebody invade your space. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need to be able to protect yourself safely. Be able to protect your family. Gotta learn how to use that firearm, because you never know. Antifa could be around the block. You know, never know when they come into your life. Somebody try to enter your home, threaten your wife and kids. Number 9 on my list of 10 things. I should say 9 things. I'm sorry. 9 things every father must teach his son. And I'm going to let y'all call him. We're going to drop the call-in number in here soon. That a man must teach his son. Now, this number 9 here is, I see 45 ACP, 6.5 Creedmoor, 9mm, 300. Oh, the 300 black. Oh, my God. Ronald, what are you trying to do? Cannon said the 9mm and the 5.56. Yeah, I like the 5.56 too. I think I'm gonna fuck with the 5.56. He said the 300 black. Jesus Christ, Ronald, relax. Oh my, you don't mess with Ronald. Don't mess with Ronald. He said 5.7 if I'm feeling sexy. He said 45 ACP because shooting twice is for punks. And he said, I got the 50 cal black powder pistol. Got the OG weapon. Shout out to the chat. 357. Okay, I see you. I see you with the 357. He ain't playing around neither. Ain't playing around. 30-odd. You got the 308. Lindsay said she got 308. 308. Hey, you can never go wrong with 308. You never go wrong with 308. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back. Number 9. What is all this for? What is all of this list for at the end of the day? Women. Gotta teach men women. I wrote another white paper. It's called The Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity. You can get that at hotepjesus.com as well. You get that at Amazon as well. Women Decoded. It's the name of the book. Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity. Women Decoded. You got to understand women. You got to understand the main thing that when you read my white paper on women and masculinity, you're going to notice I'm going to start in the very beginning with the woman's menstrual cycle. If you don't understand a woman's menstrual cycle, you could never understand a woman. Remember what we talked about before? We talked about neurology. You must understand science before you get into a lot of these things, because a lot of the reasons why a woman acts the way she does is when she acts the way she does. What is affecting her, and is that cycle. You learn that cycle, and you never have problems. If you can understand a woman's cycle and where she is in her cycle, remember, do not make any rash decisions with a woman unless you know where she is in her cycle. You have to know when was the last time she menstruated. Once you understand that, you build a map in your mind, a calendar in your mind that rotates off of her cycle. And once you understand her cycle, you know where to fit in when in that cycle. So men have to understand women at the biological level first. Remember, we always teach biology first. You got to know the body, because to learn the body, you understand why people act the way they do. Science explains what's wrong with some of y'all. Science explains what's wrong with most of y'all. So you got to understand the science. That'll tell you a lot about a woman. And I'll let y'all call in. I'm going to open up the lines. Just a jiffy. I want to hear from the people. I want y'all to tell me one of the things that fathers need to teach their sons. What else does a man need to know about a woman? I think there's one more thing we get from the book of Coach E.O. So this is where we're going to end with this topic. Something you must understand. It's something that if you don't understand, women will drive you crazy. If you don't understand this one thing. If you don't understand this one thing, women will drive you crazy. And that is, what do women want? What do women want? Does anybody know what women want? This is from the book of Coach E.O. If you're not subscribed, go check out Coach E.O. Some of y'all got problems with women. You need to go to Coach E.O. for that. Some of y'all need to start with Coach E.O. What do women want? Chat, tell me. What do women want? If you're from the school of Coach E.O., you already know what women want. It's 4 letters. It's 4 letters. Shout out to Carmen. She got the list written down. Appreciate you, love. 4 letters describe what women want. Once you understand this, everything with women will make sense. I see some people saying control. Well, this control comes after you understand this. Status. See, all of these all of these come under one umbrella. Keep going. Y'all not wrong. Love and security. Yep, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, chat. But it's something that comes before all of this from the book of E.O. What do women want? More. Give a woman something, she gonna want more. Give a woman something, she gonna want more. Give her security, she gonna want more. Give her love, she gonna want more. Give her money, she gonna want more. One thing a woman always gonna want is more. You're never gonna outpace that. You're never gonna outpace that. Woman gonna want more. These are the 2 things you need to understand about women: they cycle and what women want. From the book of Coach E.O. They want more. You hear me? You hear me, fellas? You can go get the white paper. It's going to go into more detail about the women and what to do during their cycle and how to make your life easier. That's my white paper, Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity. It breaks it all down. We're not going to spend that time here going into those details. I've published the white paper for a reason, so I wouldn't have to explain every single detail. It's right there. Go get it, read it. It's a very short read, worth every single penny. Parents suggest it to their sons. They send me emails and say, thank you, my son needed this. This is necessary reading. We're going to go to the phone lines. Let's go to the phone lines. Let's bring up my phone number here. Whoops. Telephone number, get ready. 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. Put that in the chat. We're going to go to commercial break and come right back with our callers.
Didn't listen to me then, I bet they feel me now. Tom, don't let me lose it. The booth not about to prove it. I set goals and pursue it. You the best to never do it. Invest my money, talking fluent, stupid, ducking the Judas. It broke my heart, but over my eyes, you have no honor, I have no choice. Chasing the commas till I'm gone. I've been left for a minute. On my way home, mama, I promise, got caught up in it. Damn. Everybody eats when I'm batting at the plate. First, second, third, home, $1 million base.
Master Focus, masterfocus.com. I'm sorry. Try masterfocus.com. It's my latest and greatest invention. It's my secret sauce. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. It's what I use to detoxify my system, keep my brain buzzing. Designed it especially for chess players. Thank you. That's my homie song, man. Appreciate it. I like that one, Carmen. I like that one. Sit and be quiet. I like that one. I'm gonna write that down for the next video.
Call from
Dez.
Dez, what up, man?
Brother Hotep, what's happening, bro?
Hey, life is good, man. You on the line. Tell these people what a father must teach his son.
Man, I'll tell you, man. I'm out here in Louisiana, man. I had the unique upbringing. I had two fathers. I have two fathers. And kind of like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My real dad actually did 20 years of federal time for building the largest distribution network from that stuff from South America in Louisiana.
Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops. By the way, that whole thing that you can't get out of prison to get a job is bullshit. My dad works for Amazon right now, building their distribution network now.
Oh.
In logistics.
Oh, see that? Amazon said, this brother must know what he doing.
And when you fluent in Spanish and, liars can figure, but figures don't lie. So, yeah. But I have my stepdad who raised me, while my dad was gone away. That's my poor dad, great man, but he has more of the traditional upbringing.
Okay.
My rich dad taught me, be a creator. Be a creator. What are you creating? He taught me that you could become more than you are right now. And what you are doesn't determine what you can be. By what you created. That was installed. It was installed in me that you aren't average because you can outwork the average.
Yes.
And become more than the average.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, man, that mentality was put into me as a kid. What are you creating all the time from an early age? Didn't understand at the time what he was installing in me, but as I grew into it, it started to make more sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm putting in. Now I am a creator. I work for myself.
See that?
That the man from behind bars started me out with a TD Ameritrade account with $500, what he could scrap together working out of the commissary. Took that, created a small portfolio, ended up rolling into Facebook. By the time I graduated from college, it was worth over $20,000.
Oh, wow. Oh,
that's
wow.
from that. What are you creating? Right? You can take this $500 and go spend it, or you can create something with it.
Valuable. Gems right there.
Yeah. Rich dad, poor dad, man.
You lived that. Yo, that's a beautiful story, man. That's great content. That's what people needed to hear. I love the creation part. That's something I always tell people, especially when they start coming to me about the whole depression, anxiety stuff. I ask them, when was the last time you created? That's what I always ask. When was the last time you created something? And usually if you find that there's a void there, you find unhappiness.
Yeah. We all have something that we need to be making something. My dad always, one time he gave me a hammer and he just said, hey, draw that hammer. I had no drawing talent at all. It was just draw something, create something. And you know what? You sit there and you draw long enough, you'll get better. Yeah. And I got better at drawing that hammer.
Yeah. Creation is bringing something into this world that didn't previously exist.
Boom. Right there. It's something there's a feeling of, okay, if you could take this picture didn't exist and you made it. Now you have a hammer that you created. That small little seed planted will the sky's the limit. You know, what else can I create?
Right.
There's a fence outside. All right, the door is broken. Go create a door. Here, I'll show you how to do that. What are we making? We're not learning how to make things with our hands anymore. There's a feeling of satisfaction you get from something simple, like I don't mounting a picture or doing something with your hands that is being lost and not being taught. And I would be in school, and I would see a lot of my white friends. They knew how to use these tools, hammers, drills, and that wasn't given to me until a later age. My dad was away, but now that was handed to me. Now I'm handing that to the next generation. It's a different feeling, and when you learn how to make something, rudimentary things with hands.
Y'all, you breaking up. Y'all, I appreciate you calling in.
Oh man, hey, sorry, I appreciate the time.
Absolutely. He hit on something. He's just breaking up right there. It's kind of hard for me to listen to, but he hit on something right there about using tools. That's something my dad taught me. That's something that's vital. When I come back and do my next video, we're going to talk about that. Going to be 10 more things you need to teach, a father needs to teach his son. I hope the young men are paying attention. I hope the rest of y'all are ready to share this with the young man who needs to build himself. That was an amazing call, Carmen. Jabari Judy said, bring back woodshop and Votech classes. Yo, real talk. Real talk. Remember woodshop? I used to look forward to woodshop. I know we had another caller calling in. We missed that call. Go ahead, hit me back. The lines is open right now. 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. Remember woodshop, man? Woodshop was dope. You used to go to woodshop. You used to make stuff for your dad, make stuff for your mom. Remember we used to make ashtrays and beer mugs and coffee mugs and catapults. One year we made a catapult. You attach some rubber bands to one side and you pull it and you put a little cup on the other side and then fling stuff. I was flinging stuff across the classroom. Oh man.
Call from
Cannon Hotep.
Oh snap. Cannon Hotep on the line. What up, Cannon?
What's up, AJ?
Life is good,
So real
man.
quick, my whole life growing up, my father always preached, I just want y'all to be better than I was. I want y'all to be 10 times better than me. That's all he would say all the time. From, you know what I mean, from sports, he wanted me and my brothers to be better football players than he was. He would make us do 50 push-ups. It wasn't matter if it was me, my brothers, or my sister. We all had to do 50 push-ups before we went to the bus.
Oof.
If we ain't make it, we ain't getting 50 push-ups done, we was walking to school. You know what I mean? But he was, while he drove next to us, while we walked to school, which taught the discipline. Like, you got to get this knocked out before you can go on about your day. You know what I mean? He just always preached that. I want y'all to be 10 times better than me, 10 times better than me. If I made a mistake on the football field, I could have had I remember one time I had a 200-yard rushing game. Instead of him being like, he's like, man, you did. He said, yo, you missed the hole, yo. You missed the hole. You could have had a second touchdown. I'm like, damn, like I ain't gonna get a good game. So instead of that, we in the backyard working on my peripheral vision. So seeing without looking, stuff like that, you know. But he was like, I just want y'all to be better than me. You know, I want y'all to be able to go out here in this world and make a name for yourself. And me and my sister and my brothers, we all take that to heart. Me and my sister, we made a name for ourselves in our respective fields before the pandemonium hit, and we can still go back to those fields today if we had. You know what I mean? We can still go back to those fields today if we had to.
The importance of being a father. I love the lesson in there about struggle. That's what I got from that. The father has to give the son some struggle, even when the son is, you know, see the son hasn't hit the right holes yet. He got 200 yards, but the father's like, man, we left another 100 on the table, you know? Right. So he's like, the father's always thinking about sharpening his son. He's enjoying those moments, but he's always thinking about how do we get to the next level? How do we get to the next level? And that's a valuable lesson where the son has to expect the same from himself. A man must expect the same from himself. Yes, I've reached this next level, but it's no time to celebrate. What's the next level?
Exactly. That's how he was. He's like, look, You know, you can have a great game. Like he's like, but the thing about it is, he was like, you don't want to get complacent.
Yes.
You always want to look on how you're going to make yourself better.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I wrestled, I was a champion wrestler. Hated wrestling, but I had to wrestle anyway. I had to wrestle him. And when I was in high school, I was strong. I was like 200 pounds, all muscle. But my father, he was a bodybuilder, and he was my father probably weighed in about 260, all muscle. And I had to wrestle him when I wasn't at wrestling practice to be better on the wrestling mat. And that carried over, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It carried over when I was a champion Taekwondo fighter. I had to fight him. He joined Taekwondo with us, and I had to fight him all the time in order to be better and be like, if I could take a hit from him, if I could take a punch and a kick from him, some kid my age is nothing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I could take getting body slammed by him, you know what I mean? I could take it on the mat, or I can figure it out with some kid that's not as strong as he is. You know what I mean? He just always worked on like perfection. Like, look, you're great, but you can be better.
You can be better.
You know what I mean? And he still preaches that to this day. You know, he still preaches that to this day.
That's what the America needs, man. You can't make America better without fathers.
All of us got a degree in something. He always said he wanted us to be smarter than him, and be able to take care of our families when he passes on. And that's how we look at it.
Be better than your father. No jealous fathers. I don't want to see no jealous fathers out here. I don't want to see no jealous fathers out here mad that your son got better than you. You need to be celebrating that. Canny, I appreciate you calling in, bro. Make sure y'all subscribe to Canny Hotep on YouTube. Hotep and Bill, bro.
Hotep.
Make sure y'all subscribe to Canny Hotep channel. Hoteps, we got a wide network of content and entertainment for y'all. Wholesome, good entertainment. Good for your mind entertainment. But that's facts, man. I don't want to see no jealous fathers out here, man. Your son do good, do better than you. You should be happy. Got to take it to the next level. Your son's got to take it to the level you never took it before. I know we had another caller in. We didn't get to you. 267. Call back now. We're going to get you right in here, 267. Tell us what father must teach his son. 202-596-5631. 202-596-5631. Make sure y'all get in here. Also, remember, I'm giving discounts on Master Focus Live to only my YouTube people. You sign up for a membership now, and what I'll do is I'll go in the back end and I will change your membership price and get you in at a cheaper price. But you have to go to the contact form and say, Hotep Jesus YouTube in the subject line, get your subscription, and then I'll adjust your subscription thereafter. TryMasterFocus.com.
Call from
267, you on the line. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Hotep?
Yo, life is good, man.
Ron.
Tell the people what fathers. Tell the people who you is first. My bad.
No worries. This is Ron.
Where you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, but I live in Virginia right now.
Right.
I grew up in Philadelphia, so not too far from Uncle Hotep. But listen, first, before I tell the audience what I think a father needs to teach their son, I want to say thank you first to both you and Uncle Hotep. Last year, I was battling Hodgkin's lymphoma, doing chemotherapy every Friday, and besides like my wife and my kids, the one thing I really had look forward to was listening to Hotep's Been Told You. And I wasn't really listening to y'all before that, but just kind of sitting in chemo one day and y'all came across my thread, and I've been listening ever since. So I just want to say thank you for the laughs while doing chemo and kind of dropping gems, not kind of, but dropping gems while doing that. And then up until today, I'm in remission right now. So thank you for joining me on my journey without knowing.
Shout out to Ron kicking cancer's ass. Oh, man, we appreciate you, Ron. Let's go, baby.
No, but what a father should teach his son. So I dropped in the chat earlier that my son's been wrestling since he was 5 years old. He's 11 now.
And, you know, growing up without a dad, it's always been really important to me to be there and, you know, teach him different lessons that I see that are valuable throughout life. So you rung on a couple bells with one, you know, I really like feeding my son different books. 48 Laws of Power was one at 10 years old. You know, I sat down with him, you know, explained it to him, and, you know, not outshining a master and things like that, just to be able to be aware of the knowledge. Another one is, you know, because we live in this microwave world, you know, where everybody wants instant gratification. Another book that I made a must read for him last year was Chop Wood, Carry Water by Josh Metcalf, I think it is. And he talks about enjoying the process of becoming great. So that, and really, like, you know, routine, because he wrestles and I want him to do well, and he does do well, having him get up and work out every day and stay in the active routine, you know, being respectful. But one of the more important things is being able to be by himself and be okay with the silence and not needing Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or a friend or a woman or anything else to make you feel like you're somebody. You can just be by yourself and be within your ideas. So
bars, damn it. Bars, damn it. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Being cool with yourself without the grams, without the girls, without the Twitters, without the TikToks, being good with yourself.
Yeah.
Tell him, Ron.
And my last thing, I won't lie, I actually got it from you, Hotep Jesus, because you know, I learned how to play chess at a young age, but that was something that I didn't really think that I was going to introduce my son to so young. But because of, you know, I want him to learn how to maneuver and how to be strategic in different moves, whether it be in investing stocks or wrestling or, you know, trying to negotiate a deal or whatever, you know, teaching him how to play chess and teaching him that life is just one big chess game, and he has to learn how to make the right moves and be strategic and, you know, be able to make moves that make other people react so that he could counter off their reactions or counter 2 or 3 moves down the line. So the you know, playing chess is, to a lot of people, it's a game, but it's a real life thing. So that's my last thing. I don't want to take up too much more time. I just want to say thank you again.
Playing chess, damn it. Playing chess, damn it. Subscribe to Master Focus on YouTube. We teaching cats how to play chess. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can teach, Hotep Jesus is teaching you how to play chess right now. Free. On Master Focus on YouTube. So vital. Yo, Ron, we appreciate you, Ron. Keep kicking cancer's ass, bro.
Thank you. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill, bro. Shout out to Ron from VA. Ron from Philly. That's Uncle Hotep's people. He nailed it, man. Be with yourself and play some chess. Chess is a great thing to do by yourself. Study the sport. It is a sport. It's a mental sport. Study the sport. Something great to do by yourself. I do it all the time. Like I said, if you subscribe to Master Focus on YouTube, you can learn how to play chess. I take some of the greatest matches of our time and break them down for you so it's easy for you to understand how a chess game progresses and why GMs, grandmasters make certain moves that they make so you can be a better chess player. We also have chess lessons on those channels Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Desmond Lighton, he says, thanks for sharing the platform. I'll use a better mic next time. The tools don't be the tool. My wife is Croatian, by the way, so your message is internationally shared and appreciated. Shout out to Croatia. Shout out to Croatia. Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate my callers. I appreciate my subscribers. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Remember the special I got, the special opportunity just for my YouTubers. Please remember, for my YouTubers only. Jabari just dropped a super chat. I'm going to read that to you in just a moment. But remember, for my YouTubers only, if you get a Master Focus subscription and become one of our clients at trymasterfocus.com, I will go in the back end and I will change your subscription price to something much lower than what you buy it at today. So next time you check your bill, You'll get a nice low price. You won't pay what you paid today. That's for YouTube people only. Don't go running to YouTube, Twitter and all these other places and giving people the coupon secret. But go in there for you only, for my YouTubers only. Go to the contact box on the page, or after you purchase, send us an email, because you will get a confirmation after you purchase your subscription. This is on subscriptions only. Obviously, because I can't change subscriptions on something that's not a subscription. Okay. Go in there, get your subscription. I will go in and I will change it to something light and sweet, something that's way more affordable. I'll get you like a family discount. My YouTube family. TryMasterFocus.com. Hotep Jesus, man. I'm back. 2023, I'm back, baby. You hear it? I'm back. I'm back on the YouTubes. We coming with a different style of content this year. Something that make me feel good. I don't want to come to y'all with content that makes me feel bad. I want to give y'all my heart, my soul. I'm going to see y'all again. Make sure you subscribe. Share this. Share this with somebody's father. Share this with somebody's son. Share this with a young man who needs it. I'm out of here.
Didn't listen to me then, I bet they feel me now. Don't let me lose it. The booth not about to prove it. I said goes and pursue it. You the best to never do it. Invest my money talking fluent, stupid, ducking the Judas. It broke my heart, but over my eyes, you have no honor, I have no choice. Chasing the commas till I'm gone. I've been left for a minute. On my way home, mama, I promise, got caught up in it. Damn. Everybody eats when I'm batting at the plate. First, second, third, home, $1 million bed.